Hey guys, today we'll be making some more of these happy and bright Christmas cards. They're not signed, but you can put any signs, of course, when you finish the drawing and painting. So the first one will be a night landscape. It's super simple and yet quite moody and inspiring. So first of all, I've covered that area where there will be our moon, and I can go wild and apply my paint wherever I want. With my wet brush, I'm showing the horizon line, and now I'm showing this forest or whatever it is. I'm showing the dark trees. I used a deep blue, which is indigo. We have to show not only the front line, which is dark, but also the less visible trees behind. Just some strokes with a little bit of pigment. I'll be using the same paint here for everything. And now it's just basically some dark sticks and these two lines to show that this is a fence. Here we can see some shadows and some old dry grass or bushes at the edges of the fence to make it a bit more realistic, And this is the time to show the very front of the image, and it will be the tree. Again, the same color, indigo, but you can use, I don't know, just dark blue, blue and black, maybe even brown. It's all up to you. But it has to be something really dark because we are facing the moon, so we see the dark side of the objects. Now we need to add just a few more trees. Everything is up to you now. You can skip this part, you can add more than I did. And with adding some more shadows on the snow, I call it finished. The second one is a snowman. Again, it will be a very simple drawing. I'm showing the guideline on the face to show that it looks to the side, and so that I can show the head and the face properly. At this point, it's all up to you how many details to add. I say the more details there are, the more interesting it is to look at your picture. I'll try to keep it simple though, and it will only be a hat and a scarf. You can add gloves, you can add some gift bags, some tree decorations on the hands, maybe some cookies or even a hot drink, Well, it's Christmas. I'm lifting some pencil and I'm ready to apply my watercolors. As usual, I'm starting with framing, and this time I thought that it has to be this happy yellow color. I don't know, usually you think about something blue when you draw a snowman, but this is actually the area where you can do pretty much anything. So to show the snow, I would use a gray color. And again, if you feel like using, I don't know, pink, red, green, just really go wild and do whatever you want. To draw this scarf, I actually had to take a piece of rope and make this knot and see what it looks like. Anyway, to show these tips, I was using a dry brush and I was making these sharp movements. And I will be doing something similar with this pom-pom on the head, but for that I will be using my ink pen. So just quick short movements to show this sort of fur. After I finished the outlining, I realized that the picture is a bit too bold to me because there are not too many details, you know. So I've decided to add these blue dots on the frame, and I outline them too. And I find it that they go well with this kind of mouth that our snowman has. So we're done with this cute little guy, and we're moving to the next one. As you probably noticed, I always have my sketches with me, and yes, I make them for each and every one, not just card but also for larger paintings. It's not that I'm following all the rules, but I'm trying, you know. So we've moved to this colorful sock full of Christmas greenery. And again, it's all up to you what to fill it with. It's just, I think that the greenery is the easiest thing to paint. But of course, you can add there something like cookies, let's say, or gift boxes. And I am almost done with my drawing, and I will start my painting with coloring the background, these background stripes that I drew. You can work on dry paper when your stripe doesn't interfere in your main object, but when it does, then it's better to wet it a bit so that you have some time to play with the color and have a smooth wash. When I paint greenery, I'm trying to make the leaves that are closer to me a bit lighter and those that are further away accordingly a bit darker, so that there will be more volume in my painting. And my favorite part is berries. I don't know why, but I really do like painting the berries. I like to leave this white spot, and I don't know, this whole thing is quite meditative for me. Then I'm thinking about finishing all the other red areas, and my sock is almost done. To make this bouquet more interesting, I used different greens. I mean, not just dark green and light green. I used cooler shades and warmer ones for different areas, for different branches. And after adding some shadows and above, I'm all ready to do the outlining, and I will only skip these green needles because I find them expressive already. At some point I thought that this background doesn't look like really Christmassy, but then I thought again, why not, you know? Let it be different. And something different I'll be doing right now. Well, the card itself is not too interesting because there is nothing happening on it. It's just a place for some words, some sign. As you can see, I decided to put there just let it snow. There is this frame, double frame, and that's it. The rest will be just a background, which is interesting. I find it interesting because I will be blooming my watercolors, and I'll try to make some sort of snowflakes. So the paper is really wet, and the whole result depends on your paper, to be honest, because it all depends on how fast it dries, how fast you move, how fast you add these water dots. And I'm using my dryer to control the process. So as soon as it starts drying, you're pouring some water, And if you feel like you've added too much of it and the spot is too white, you can add some color in it, and it will have like more layers and will be more interesting after all. For the better result, for more contrast, you have to use a lot of pigment. I'd say that I could use more of it. Next time I will, and the snowflakes will be more visible. I used pretty much the same technique for the pink area. It's just I did not pay too much attention to it because it's less visible and it's sort of less important maybe. However, I did not want it to draw too much of the viewers' attention. And yet, since I've made the letters so bright, I thought that I will add some more color to the edges, to the frame. And here I used my watercolor markers. I know that it's not the right way to use them, but it's just handy to use them this way sometimes. But of course you can use regular watercolors or pencils, or just leave it white if you wish. All is up to you. And with the final lines, this blooming card is ready. And we'll do the next one, the last one here. So there is this box here, super simple box. Just try to keep the lines straight and parallel, and we'll embellish it with, I don't know, something. You can put there some Christmassy bush, or you can leave this bow and bow. I keep saying bow, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Anyway, let's go ahead and paint it. So I use this new green color of mine for making a frame and the background, and I think it works well with red color. The only thing is that the green one is warm and the red one is quite cold, and I think I was too lazy to mix some, like, you know, scarlet red, Christmas red, so I left it the way it is. But if you have this cold red color, just use the cold green one and they will match perfectly. This time just a couple of berries to repeat this red color of the box, and a very little bit of greenery, which I find really nice and calming to paint. And I'm almost done with the box, but I still have some work to do with the frame, because again I find it a bit boring to leave it like this, so I decided to add some more green stuff to the edges. Don't forget to leave your painting for a while and then come back and see what can be improved, or maybe you forgot something. Like in this case, I forgot to cover the cover with red color, and I'm just giving last touches to the bow. Just as I said before, I'm adding some more of the green stuff to the bottom and to the top as well, and then I thought that it would be nice to add something hanging over the gift box, and it will be the hearts that will tell everyone that the gift is made with love. And this is it for today. I wish you all to stay safe, healthy, and inspired.